All right, ready? All right, here we go. This is the one. Hey, what's going on? My name is Tim Leow. Happy New Year's Eve. Today, I'm going to talk about the secret to building a 5-figure passive residual income. It's really important that will help you grow your business. I can only speak from what I know. I can only give advice on stuff that I've actually done. I cannot tell you on how to build a $100,000 per month residual income because I haven't done it. I can't tell you how to make $1 million a month because I haven't done it. But what I can tell you is I can tell you how to build a business that produces 5 figures and up in passive monthly residual income, which, by the way, is no money, okay? If you're making $10,000 a month, that is no money. You need to 10x your goals. You need to focus on making $100,000 a month, $1 million a month. By the way, this podcast, this show is not for people who want to go to work from 9 to 5, come home, at 5:30 every day, play softball on the weekends, and drink beers and shoot pool on Tuesday nights and have a bowling league. This podcast is not for you. This podcast is geared towards young entrepreneurs that want to change the world and leave a legacy. This podcast is geared for people that want their legacy, their name, the things that they did in a positive aspect, right? Because Adolf Hitler left a legacy, right? But we want the positive things. We want to change the world for the better. And so that's why I made this podcast, because I want to help you as a young entrepreneur win in 360 degrees all the way, every aspect of your life, every aspect of your business, every aspect of your relationship, every aspect of your health, your fitness, your finances, your spiritual life, every single aspect of your life. I want to help you win. And if you can, John Jones, get a picogram of value from this podcast, then my mission is accomplished. Okay. So, 5-figure passive residual income. Okay. $10,000 or more in monthly, passive income. First of all, what is passive income? What is the difference between passive income and active income? Active income is when you go to work, you show up, you clock in, you trade your time for money, you clock out, and you get a paycheck every second Friday, right? Or whenever. When you're trading your time for money, that is active income. So, for example, I have a friend who is a doctor. He makes over $350,000, $400,000 a year. But if he ever stops going to work as a doctor, his income would stop coming in. That's active income, okay? I also have another friend who started his business mowing lawns, okay? And through going door to door, knocking on people's doors, mowing lawns, he makes over $1 million a year because he has a fleet. He has a small army of people in the South that go out and mow lawns, and he makes a tiny percentage of those jobs, right? So a field that is not glamorous, mowing lawns, not glamorous. It's not cool to mow lawns and do landscape. He became one of the best landscape architects in the South. My tie. Makes over $1 million a year, or I don't know exactly how much he makes, but it's definitely over $500,000 a year, definitely. Makes over $500,000 to $1 million a year because he has an army of people that go out and mow lawns. Versus the doctor, where people are like, oh, I want to be a doctor, right? I want to be an engineer. Well, great, good for you. But if you ever stop working, your income stops. That's why so many doctors buy real estate properties. That's why so many doctors make investments. They invest in Cardone Capital. They invest in, whatever they invest in, I don't know. So meanwhile, my friend who mows the lawns or started mowing the lawns, if he decides he never wants to work a day for the rest of his life, which will never happen because he's a 10Xer, if he ever decided he didn't want to work anymore, guess what? He's still pulling in $50, $60, $70, $80,000 a month because he built a business. So what I'm doing is we are building a business that produces passive residual income. And the way that we're doing that is by providing more value in a marketplace that is a decades old industry that we're completely revolutionizing. We're taking an industry, we're flipping it upside down on its head. People are getting mad at me. I'm one of the most hated men in America in my industry because I'm challenging the way that people have thought about an industry for the past 3, 4, 5 decades, and I'm shamelessly providing more value than anyone else. So the lawsuits can roll in, but at the end of the day, we are revolutionizing through value and through integrity. I believe at my core that you can change the world. Listen to this. You can change the world. You don't have to change the whole world, but you can change your world if you make a decision and a commitment to integrity, to true integrity, to truth, to like honest business. My dad taught me when I was growing up that like a handshake is as good as a blood contract. And so I took that into the business world, and it's really worked out. And you can change your world if you make a commitment that I cannot be bought with any sum of money. My character is not for sale. My code of ethics is not for sale. My honor is not for sale. Not selling it. You can change your world and you can leave a legacy. So this podcast is for people that want to make an impact on the world. Listen, I don't care about money. I don't give a damn about money. What I do with money is I take the money and I use the money to literally save the lives of hundreds, maybe even thousands, hopefully hundreds of thousands of people all across the world that have no access to clean water. We go out, we dig wells that will last for 20, 30 years. They're low cost, they're affordable. We use local resources, and we literally change communities. That's the reason why I'm so obsessed about what I do. And so number one key to building a 5-figure passive residual income is get obsessed. Get obsessed about whatever it is that you do. Conor McGregor said, there is no talent here, just work ethic. I just work. I am absolutely obsessed. If you look at 0 to 100% of my energy, of my mental energy, there's no energy that is wasted on negative things. So many people think that you can waste your energy on negative thinking, negative behaviors, negative habits, negative patterns, but then somehow become a winner in another aspect of your life. Go listen to the podcast that I made on it's called There Is No Off Switch, right? There is no off switch to my commitment to excellence. I don't do anything mediocre. I don't do anything less than the highest standard of excellence. When I'm ironing my shirt, I'm thinking in my mind, literally, this is how my brain thinks. I'm thinking in my mind, literally, I want to be the best shirt ironer on planet Earth right now. When I'm washing these dishes, I'm thinking in my head, I want to be the best dishwasher on planet Earth right now when I'm washing these dishes. There is no off switch to excellence. And the biggest problem that salespeople face is that salespeople go out, entrepreneurs go out, they make a lot of money or they have a little bit of success. It depends on how you define success, by the way. I don't define success by money. I define success based on how many people's lives are better because you existed. That is the definition of success to me. Okay, so salespeople go out, they make a lot of money, but guess what? They're smoking, they're addicted to cigarettes, they're addicted to alcohol, going out and getting drunk with their buddies every chance they get. They're addicted to these other behaviors that I don't need to get into. They're addicted to XYZ, and they think that they can be excellent at one area and addicted or just having bad habits in another area. That is not the culture and the generation that I am looking to empower. I'm looking for people, and I have dozens of people in my life that we have made a commitment to be great in everything that we do. There is no off switch. I'm not going to go out and be out getting drunk or smoking weed or smoking cigarettes or doing whatever it is that is anything less than the highest standard of excellence, because there is no off switch. Either I'm excellent in everything that I do, or it's not good enough for me. And you need to raise your standards. You need to accept no laziness in your life. Accept no negativity in your life. Be obsessed about what it is that you're doing. If you're in network marketing, be absolutely obsessed about it. And people are like, oh, but what if the work-life balance is going to throw off your work-life balance? There is no such thing as work-life balance when you're trying to be the greatest of all time, or trying to be great at something, okay? It's a double standard that we have in society. That's right, I'm talking to you. There is a double standard that we have in society when we look at professional athletes, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Conor McGregor's, Floyd, I don't know about Floyd Mayweather, but professional athletes, right? That are the best at what they do. And literally, we look at them and we're inspired by them because every single iota of energy that they have is devoted to their craft. We as a culture, we're so inspired by those professional athletes. We pay them millions of dollars. Alex Rodriguez, Derek Jeter, we pay them millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, because the reason why Conor McGregor made $100 million when he fought Floyd Mayweather is because Conor McGregor I can't speak for him now, but based on what I know about him, he was obsessed about fighting, about mixed martial arts. It consumed every aspect of his life. D. Devlin, his partner, didn't say, Conor, you need to stop fighting so much. You need to stop training so much. You need to stop practicing and working and sacrificing so much. Like come hang out with me and whatever. She didn't say that. She's like, Conor, whatever sacrifice we have to do as a family to achieve your goal, I'm all in. I'm all in. The wives of professional athletes, they don't ask their husbands to stay home from practice, stay home from training, stop doing personal development things. They don't ask that because they understand that in order to be great, there is a level of sacrifice that is involved. So in the entrepreneurship world and in the business world and in the sales world, we think somehow that we have a double standard because we try to work-life balance and we try to build multi-million-dollar companies, and for some reason, I don't know why it is, we're trying to build a multi-million-dollar company. I'm trying to be the Conor McGregor. I'm trying to be the Floyd Mayweather. I'm trying to be the Mike Tyson. I'm trying to be the Muhammad Ali of my industry. Or if you are trying to be the greatest, the Tom Brady of your industry, do not accept people in your life that are telling you to stop working, to lower your standard of work ethic down, to lower your standard of excellence down, to lower your standard. No. No, it can't happen. Ask Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone, who is my uncle, by the way, my Uncle G, he told me through his YouTube, not in person, but I'm going to meet him at 10X Growth Con. Go to 10xgrowthcon.com. Get your tickets. Free advertising, G. He said, pay the price now so you can pay any price later. Pay the price. And if you look at my past YouTube vlogs, you can see over the past 2 years, I've paid the price. That's why I have a residual. I've built a passive residual income over $10,000 per month. Granted, I started over, and I'm starting over fresh and new. But the reason why I'm going to build a business, by the way, okay, pause. The reason why we're building a business right now, me and my business partners, we are building a business that our goal is to sell our business for $250 million, okay? We are not going to get there if we're participating in the things that average people participate in. point blank, period. I don't consider myself to be talented. I consider myself to be an average person that shows up every day. So point number one, be absolutely obsessed. Pay any price, make any sacrifice that you have to right now so that you can give your family the absolute best of the best. Your family is worth it. Your mother, my mother, who sacrificed, my mom would work 80 to 100 hours per week to put 4 children through private school. My mother is like a saint to me. And the sacrifice that she has made, and that's why I think immigrants have an advantage, by the way, but the sacrifice that she has made, I will pay any price to repay her. But I'm not just working for her. I'm working for me. I'm working for my family. I'm working on a day-to-day basis to be the greatest in my industry because I have made a commitment to being the best. And that's what you have to do. And not just the best at one thing, but in all areas of your life. Now, here's the problem. People will say, wow, that professional athlete, he is 100% focused and obsessed about his craft. I admire him. But that entrepreneur that is 100% obsessed and focused about their craft, man, that guy needs some work-life balance, man. That guy's working too hard, man. That guy is freaking neglecting his family. He's neglecting his family because he's trying to build a multi-million-dollar business. He's trying to build a $100 million business. He is neglecting his family. And they look down on entrepreneurs, but we look up at athletes that are completely obsessed and focused about their craft. Why is that? The reason why that is because in society, we have a double standard. So what I'm telling you as young entrepreneurs, number one, be obsessed. Number two, you have to set parameters. You have to set boundaries. You have to set up like fences and standards in your life. You have to set up habits in your life that will propel you even when things aren't going good. Grant Cardone said, people say I have a positive attitude, and about me too. People say that I have a positive attitude. That's not true. I don't always have a positive attitude. You like when I was building my business, I would wake up at 12 midnight and drive 11 hours sometimes. I drove from Louisiana to North Carolina 15 hours. I drove 15 hours one way, 35 hours of driving if you include all the stops for a no-show. I went there to the appointment. We had set up an appointment, and the business owner had a situation happen in their life, which that's okay. Things happen. I get it. But she didn't show up to the appointment. I drove 35 hours for a no-show. But why? Because I have a, which now that, I'll probably take a flight next time. But I had to drive. But now that I've set up habits in my life, like Ed Milet said, whoever has the best habits wins. And when you have habits, when you have things that you do no matter what, whether you feel good or you don't feel good, when you have those things that you do that are habits in your life, whoever has the best habits wins. So whether my attitude is positive or not, my attitude wasn't necessarily positive when I had that experience happen to me. I don't have a positive attitude about driving 10 hours a day, 12, 13, 16 hours a day sometimes. I don't have a positive attitude about getting no sleep for 2 or 3 days. I don't have a positive attitude about crawling underneath dusty counters or negotiating with people that are extremely difficult and extremely ununderstanding. I don't have a positive attitude about many things in my business, but you know what? I do it anyways. I don't care whether my attitude is positive or negative. I'm trying to get work done. I'm trying to help people. And so sometimes when you're building a business, actually all the time, as a young entrepreneur, you cannot rely on your attitude being positive. You cannot rely on your emotions and your feelings to dictate what you are going to do, to dictate your actions. Never allow your emotions and your feelings to dictate your actions. Set up habits. For example, morning habit for me, wake up before 5 a.m. every day. Get out of bed, knees hit the floor before 5 a.m. every day. 2019. This is the routine. Knees hit the floor, thankfulness, gratitude before 5 a.m. every day. Run out, take a cold plunge, jump in the pool, or take a cold shower, right? Go get my body moving. Go run a mile. Go to the gym. Get my body moving. Do stuff for business. And then throughout my business day, there's certain like benchmarks, and there's certain like habits that I have. I'm going to start prospecting for these 3 hours. I'm going to run follow-ups for those 2 hours. I'm going to run partnerships for these 3 hours, right? I have a schedule. I have a standard. I have a habit that is set in my life that is a winning habit, and that's how you win. So you have to get obsessed about doing the habits. You have to get obsessed about you have to get passionate about the process. Whether your attitude is good or not, whether there's a smile on your face, there's not always a smile on my face when I'm jumping out of bed at 5 a.m. You have to get passionate about the process. Well, one of my mentors told me, if you're passionate about the process will give you the results that you want. The problem is, so many people, they look for the results they look for the $10,000 monthly residual. They look for the $50,000 monthly residual. You're looking to make $1 million a month. Good. Great, awesome. I'm all for you. I support you. All my vibrations are sending you positivity. But if you're not passionate about the habits that are going to take you to making that $1 million a month, you're never going to get there. So get obsessed, and do not be ashamed about being obsessed. And number 2, set up habits. 2019 is your year. 2019 is the year that we're absolutely going to crush it in business. We're taking our company to $250 million woo! $250 million valuation. And we are going to revolutionize an industry. And I hope that whatever you're doing in 2019, you do not settle for anything less than excellence. Don't be average, be great. Nothing else pays. Follow Grant Cardone, follow Ed Milet, and subscribe and follow me on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you see this. God bless you. Hope your New Year's is safe, and we will see you in 2019. Goodbye. Yeah.